So here we have my commentary on this little movie. Hey Uncle Mike, check out my drone. Took the drone over to my Uncle Mike's house with Uncle Steve, and Nicolina was there, and we just sort of flew it around a little bit. Right before this, Uncle Mike said he wanted to ban all drones. But I think by the end of this flight, he sort of changed his mind a little bit. Saw the entertainment and utility. I split the movie into different clips because that makes it a little bit easier to watch. Here we are doing this little trick I call rotate to give the viewer motion sickness, which works very effectively when you're editing the video on your phone, because it's like a really small picture and it's moving around a lot. Here we're just flying around the neighborhood a little bit, checking out some of the... There's another trick with the rotate for motion sickness. Alright, I'm back. I was going to try and fly over to that red barn that was in the distance in the last shot, but at that point they told me to fly it back and see it land. It can land itself, which is actually trying to do right in this clip. But when you take off like right next to a building, for some reason the GPS on the drone remembers the building more for some weird reason, so it'll try and land on a roof every now and again. The longer you give it to sort of geolocate before it takes off, the more accurate its landing location is going to be. But we were in a hurry. I just wanted to, let's get this thing in the air and fly around with it a little bit. And show the guys what it can do. Here we're just looking down, and you can see some snow blowing around. This is probably 200 or 300 feet up in the air, and I thought it was kind of neat. There's particles blowing around that the camera actually caught up there. There's that red barn in the distance again. I was going to try and fly towards it a little bit in between my maneuvering to give the viewer, that motion sickness effect. At this point, I was trying to figure out where I was, and I realized I hadn't gone too far, and the house was right there underneath us. At this point right here, I think it's trying to land itself, and again, it's going right towards the roof, which you can see. Uncle Mike, I didn't ever notice this, but he has different tiles on the front of his house on the roof as opposed to the back. On the back, he's got some looks like industrial roof paper or tar of some kind, and it goes back to the regular tiles for the other awning by the porch there. I think this is the actual landing. Maybe not. You can see how tiny. We're not very high off the ground. We're maybe 100 feet off the ground, but it's high enough that we're over all the trees. And even though it's really windy, you can see those trees are blowing around. This thing is moving up and down like it's on rails. It's very impressive. Yep, and here we're coming down. There's Uncle Steve. I'm going to do another quick turn. You can see over to the right there were some deck blocks. Uncle Mike is going to build a shed, so I'm excited about that. And then I did a little twist so everybody could wave. And this is the part of the film where you go, finito. Have a good one.